Hey man, what to do? You tell you feel shit. Make sure you subscribe, like shit. We're gonna have to get into this video because I know me. I know I'm a pause. You feel me? I'm gonna pause. Get the running them lips, man. But GTA 6 it just dropped the trailer like at what? Got up at 12, 2 hours. I'm gonna say like 10. 10. You feel me? GTA 6 2 trailer, man. Just gonna like subscribe, like, share. We're gonna get straight into this. We got Discord, new Discord, trying to fill it up before games like this come out. So let's get straight to it, man. GTA 6, things you miss, trailer 2, man. Let's get straight to it. The game look fun. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, I'm glad that I'm gonna say this before I start, but I'm glad that GTA 6 is dropping trailers. You wanna know why? One, I'm on both halves because one, we know the game's finished. They're just working it out, make sure that everything's good. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, nothing. It's not a cyberpunk, you know what I'm saying? It's not a cyberpunk where you're glitching, you know what I'm saying? You can't get missions done because, you know what I'm saying, the objective's glitching through the wall and shit. And in somewhere he's not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So that, and then I'm mad at the fact that, bro, y'all gonna give us this? The game's done. You could have dropped this. This the game we could have got this year. This easily gonna be game of the year, I ain't gonna lie. So any game coming, I don't think no game gonna come out in 2026 unless it's good. Hopefully that's the case. For me, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully every game that drops in 26, even this 25, like the end round games, hopefully that's good. For the reason of hopefully these games that we get in August, because I don't know what games coming out in June and July, but August all the way to December on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the 2K good. Hopefully they're using this as fuel because their pocket's gonna be empty. Y'all lucky this ain't dropped 2K. Your pocket's gonna be empty. Hopefully Madden good for the people that extensively play Madden. Hopefully 2K good. Hopefully Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Because when this game drop next year, y'all might be seeing a pay cut. I ain't gonna lie, dude. So y'all better get it right, man. Let's get to it though.
Out of absolutely nowhere, Rockstar has just dropped GTA 6 Trailer 2. Thank you to the 400,000 people who watched our reaction and breakdown stream. We dissected this trailer for 2 hours. Here is absolutely everything you missed. Keep in mind, Rockstar also released an entire new website page breaking down all of the characters we saw in the trailer, as well as almost 50 screenshots. So this trailer breakdown is only part 1. We're going to do a part 2 where we break down the entire newswire after this. The first shot gives us our first real good look at the Nvkkitzkii. This is based off the Florida Keys, and yes, the real name confirmed is Nvkkitzkii. We know that this is where Jason's story is going to be starting out. Just in this first shot alone, there's a lot we can take from it. There's a new boat on the bottom of your screen, there's a dinghy on the left, some sea sharks on the shore, as well as some sea life. We've got flamingos in the water. If you have a look at the top right...
I'm glad we're in Florida for the simple fact of, yeah, I'm cool with being there. I'm cool with being in Cali, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really that much. You feel it wasn't really that much like wildlife in there bit. So hopefully, one thing I think they're gonna do, I know we're pausing early, but they're gonna take a lot from Red Dead. I'm not gonna lie. Red Dead 2, they're gonna take, especially how, if y'all been seeing the screenshots with the people that was hunting, you're probably gonna be able to hunt and turn it into something. Oh, you can hunt this and get this. You can hunt this and get this. If you miss dust on my shit. But yeah, this game gonna feed families, so I'm not gonna lie. If you gonna see expert thief, you gonna see a whole bunch of people come back. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't play GTA 5 just off the simple fact of that shit through. They're gonna make some more. They're gonna make some more money off of it, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know?
Right in the back here, you'll also see a Coast Guard blimp, which we saw back in Trailer 1. They use these blimps in real life around the Florida Keys to scout for boats that are trying to come up from Cuba. So it'll be interesting to see how Rockstar uses it in the game. In the second shot, we get our first look at Jason's starting house. And there's a few things you're going to want to know about this scene. First, we get a look at Jason's personal vehicle here in the blue. If you manage to get a hold of the 2022 leaks, in those leaks, this car was actually red. But it's still the same car, so this is going to be Jason's personal vehicle. On the left, we see an iguana, as well as this car on the left, which is a Willard Eudora from GTA 5. We can also see Jason's got a basketball hoop here, and judging from the newswire that Rockstar gave us, It looks like basketball is going to be a side activity that we can actually play. Next, we're going to look at Brian. Brian is a loan shark, and from the newswire, Rockstar told us that he's going to be letting Jason live rent-free at this property as long as he helps with the local shakedowns, which is why he tells Jason to go get him his checks. Brian looks like he's going to be driving a vapid Cara 4x4 returning from GTA 5. And if you look closely, in the back of this scene right here, you can see a raccoon sneaking out of a trash can. It looks like a lot of cargo is going to be coming in and out of the Nvkkitzkii. You can see a cargo ship in the background here, which is a very similar ship to the one that we saw in Trailer 1 back in 2023. It probably didn't take you long to notice that Jason is absolutely jacked, but we actually know why he's this big, and that's because he used to be in the army. From the newswire, we learned that Jason used to be in the army during his teenage years, but now he works for local drug runners. There's a few things we can take from this next little snippet of Jason in the car. First, he's got an army tattoo on his left shoulder. It looks like he was in the paratrooper division, judging by the skull with the parachute. And it also seems like Jason is going to be a bit of a ladies' man. He gets catcalled by one of the ladies in the Nvkkitzkii, and she has paw prints all over her.
Of course, you see the bit that he went caked up. Of course. The bit that he went thicky, motherfucker, thick, but ass moving left to right, left to right, left to right.
The car. This lady is going to be absolutely crazy. That'll be interesting to see. And again, if you look closely at both Jason's glasses as well as the mirrors in the car, you can see that these reflections are a massive step up over GTA 5. It actually looks like we have working reflections in GTA 6, which is a massive upgrade. In this next shot here, we see Jason getting Brian's money, like Brian told him to. This looks like it's in one of the local shops around the Nvkkitzkii. The shop's got rocks, crystals on the counter. You know what type of shop this place is. I'm sure we've all seen them. We then see Jason breaking into the cash register, getting some money, and there's a guy passed out in the background. Judging by the lighter and the 420 packet on the right side of the cash register, I'm sure you can tell why he's passed out. We then move to a shot of Jason driving on a highway. We see some rednecks in the truck in front of him. We also see some returning vehicles from GTA 5, like the Coquette on the left, as well as getting a better look at just what NPCs are going to be doing around the map. We see some trash collectors as well as some road workers on the left side of the road, which really shows how much more lifelike this.
Yeah, you about to hit on it. Hopefully, it's like Saints Row 2. Y'all know how if you play Saints Row 2, if you didn't, go try to play that some way, so you could play it for free on PC or Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the life, like the NPCs, it's random, bro. That's the one thing I like about Saints Row before they went to this dumbass reboot that they had. It was random, so a nigga just random walk up to you, get the. You do like nigga pull out a gun, you know what I'm saying? The cops out there start shooting, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully it's random, hopefully it's more energetic. Hopefully y'all see how it is when it's nighttime. I feel like this game is gonna be a walking highlight. You know what I'm saying? Walking highlight game for sure.
This world is going to feed. If you have a look at the road sign, we get some new confirmed locations like the Vice City International Airport, Ambrosia, which is actually going to be the third city. That's right, GTA 6 isn't just going to have Vice City, it's also going to have Port Gellhorn as well as Ambrosia. So 3 cities plus the Nvkkitzkii. So possibly 4 if you count the Nvkkitzkii as an extra city. But as for all of these locations, we'll go over that in the newswire and info breakdown video that I'll be doing shortly after this one. Here we see Jason at an outdoor gym. As for where this is on the map, we can see Ocean View Drive in the background here, so this is near the beach. These women are very impressed with Jason, so I think, as I mentioned before, he's definitely going to be a ladies' man. We'll have to see what Lucia thinks about that. And he's bench pressing 120 kilos. Not a 1 rep either, he's repping that out. This guy is very strong. And this essentially confirms one of the most highly requested features in GTA for a very long time, and that's the gym system. So gyms look like they're going to be returning in GTA 6. In this short scene, we see Jason walking out of a convenience store with some Patriot beer. But there's a few things we can take from this shot. There's a cat on the right, so there's going to be a bunch of animals around the map, of course, as well as someone buying a lottery ticket on the left. It says a new billionaire every week. Leonida lottery. It'll be interesting to see if we can actually buy lottery tickets ourselves. That would be kind of funny if we eventually win $1 million. As Jason walks out the door, you again see his personal vehicle, as well as a homeless guy begging for money. So all of those random encounters we had in Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 6 looks like it's taking that to an entirely new level. It's going to be absolutely insane. In this shot, we see Jason driving to the prison to pick up Lucia, which we'll get to in a second, but this shot gives us a lot of new info as well. First, we can see the Vice City metro system up on the bridge on the right here. We're going to be able to ride around in this just like we were in GTA 5, because we saw this back in the 2022 leaks. We can also see some sort of cop bust on the left here. They're arresting a handful of people. People are up against the wall. You've got your standard Vicedale cop car here, as well as our first look at an undercover cop car. We did have police interactions with random NPCs in GTA 5, but nothing to this level. So while we're driving around the streets, we're going to see random cop busts like this, by the looks of it. A few people might get confused and think that this is the shape of the GTA 6 map on the wall here. That's actually just the shape of Haiti, which is why it says Haiti right next to it. So I just thought we'd clear up that confusion before anyone jumps to conclusions. We can also see that Jason has longer hair now, so it looks like our hair is going to grow out, and there's going to be a bunch of different hairstyles. I could stop every single scene and point out all of the different hairstyles, but if you look closely enough, you're going to see hundreds of different hairstyles throughout this trailer. Character customization is going to be absolutely next level. Next, we move to the prison, and we get the full name reveal for both Jason and Lucia. Lucia Caminos and Jason Duval. Now, the prison guard asks if he's seen Jason here before, which is definitely going to drum up a lot of speculation in the community. It's hard to tell exactly what he means by this. Is he implying that Jason was a prisoner? Is he implying that Jason has visited Lucia a lot in here? Or is he implying that Jason is a cop? It's pretty vague at this point, and I think that's intentional from Rockstar, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. At the 1 minute mark, we get our first look at Lucia in trailer 2, and the first thing you might notice is, yes, she's wearing an ankle monitor. And this ankle monitor stays on throughout the entire trailer. So it looks like this is gonna be some sort of gameplay mechanic that Rockstar uses to keep us to certain parts of the map. We then cut to one of the many romance scenes in trailer 2 here. Rockstar is really trying to nail home the point that these two are a couple, and we can expect a lot of that in the game. And in case you had any questions, yes, the ankle monitor does stay on. We then cut directly to a bank heist. Now, personally, I don't think this is going to be near the start of the game. I could be wrong. He's wearing heist gear, and they're robbing the Sin Frontiera National Bank.
You know how done that would be. You know how done that would be to be robbing somebody with an ankle monitor. You're robbing it. Oh. Hey, we got a ping. There's not much hell. We got a ping. And at the same time, this motherfucker got robbed. Come on,
which is a pretty big bank by the looks of it. I could be wrong, but I don't think this is going to take place near the start of the game. I think Rockstar is intentionally putting these scenes a little bit out of order to throw us off. But we get shots of both Jason and Lucia controlling hostages in this heist. So the gameplay switching between the two of them during the heist should be pretty fun. We then cut to yet another sex scene, one of many in the trailer, so be prepared if you haven't watched it yet for whatever reason. Here we see Jason and Lucia at a bar in the Leonida Keys, and this definitely looks like it takes place shortly after Jason picks up Lucia from prison. Jason says to new beginnings, and Lucia sort of mocks him, makes fun of him, which gives us a fair bit of insight into how the dynamic between these two should work. Jason's gonna be a bit more of the more serious ex-military guy, and Lucia seems like she's gonna be the more lighthearted one. The two of them are sitting on the pier, having a few drinks, and we also get a look at a new boat, the Pure Predator, as both of them get a little bit tipsy, and they're looking out across the Leonida Keys. We see this very expensive yacht returning from trailer 1 as well, and man, this game looks absolutely
I'm gonna have one account this time.
Here we see Jason doing some work for Brian at Brian's hangar. We can assume, again, this takes place near the start of the game because Brian is based in the Leonida Keys, of course. And we get our first look at another character, Cal. As for what we know about Cal Hampton, Rockstar tells us he's a friend of Jason's and a fellow associate of Brian's. Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. So he's gonna be Jason's friend and maybe kinda GTA 6's version of Lester, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what Cal is capable of. In this shot, we're gonna look at 3 garbage collectors, one of them, this one being Lucia by the looks of it. Which makes sense. She just got out of prison. She's got to do community service. Jason takes Lucia to his house that Brian's letting him rent for free, and Lucia says, "Trust me, this is just the start for us." Of course, implying that there are bigger and better places ahead. Also, side note, Jason has a massive pet snake in here, so it makes me wonder if this is just gonna be some sort of decoration or if we're actually gonna be able to have pets in the game. In the next scene, we see Jason, Lucia, and Cal celebrating. It's unclear exactly what they're celebrating, most likely just celebrating Lucia getting out of prison. Cal yells out, "Ring the bell," and the entire bar cheers. Even just looking at this shot, coming from GTA 5, you can see so many minor improvements. First, all of the hairstyles on everyone, but even down to small details like looking at the bar fridges.
Look at the beard.
These are 3D fully animated objects this
right
time,
now.
not the 2D objects we had in GTA 5's convenience stores and bars. In typical Vice City fashion, we see Jason and Lucia on a yacht, or a really expensive boat here. Both of them looking a lot more dressed up than we've previously seen them in this trailer. It's hard to say whether Jason and Lucia are just here to celebrate and have a good time, or if this is some sort of scope out mission. But it looks like Lucia is wearing the same dress that we saw her wear in trailer 1 when she was hanging out the top of the convertible. So most likely that car scene...
That's not the same dress. The other one has stripes. This one don't.
Takes place right after this one. You probably noticed by now in this shot that there is going to be insane customization for both Jason and Lucia. We've seen both characters look completely different in a handful of scenes already. So anyone worried that the character customization isn't going to be up to scratch, it doesn't look like you're going to have to worry. We then cut to a scene in the car with Jason and Lucia where Jason says, "We're going to do this. We're going to do it right." And if you look out the window, you can see some bikers. So this most likely is going to be one of the starting encounters in the game where they're working with a local biker gang. We then get a continuation of the yacht scene from before, this time in a club called 919. Now, if you remember back to trailer 1, there was a plane carrying a banner that said Y69 when you can 919. Well, that plane was actually advertising this club. Now, it doesn't look like this is going to be a strip club. We get a look at that shortly, but this just looks like it's going to be one of the nightclubs in the city. In this scene here, this character in the white tank top says, "Yo D, this fool a Fed," which again might be playing into the fan theories that Jason is a cop or an undercover cop. It's hard to say if he actually is at this point. And if you're wondering who D is, that's this character on the left here. His name's Draquan.
He was an ex-military nigga, so you know how them niggas get. With the white ones, I don't know about the black ones.
Priest. As for what we know about Draquan at the moment, we'll break that down in the next video, but for now, Rockstar says Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. So most likely, Jason was meeting with Draquan, and Draquan introduced Jason to these guys, and we're not too sure who these guys are just yet. Same goes with this shot here. We're not too sure who these guys are.
Like I just seen T-Bank shit, bro. He said, bro, it's black people and then there's niggas. These are niggas. Daquan, niggas. You heard Daquan. These are niggas. Like, you can tell, you know what I'm saying? Nigga look like a younger version of Kimbo Sleazy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just yet, but it's quite clear that the graphics look absolutely awesome here. The lighting is on point as well. Man, this game already looks way better than it did back in trailer 1. Seriously, this almost looks like real life. It's pretty close. It's getting close. Man, this is insane. Here we see Jason and Lucia breaking out of some sort of apartment building. Jason's wearing a black tank top this time, so it's not a continuation from the previous scene, but the cops have a helicopter chasing after them. We get footage of a police raid, as well as Brian telling Jason they've got your name, address, they got everything, which looks like this is going to be one of the catalysts forcing Jason and Lucia to move out of the Nvkkitzkii and onto Vice City. We then get 2 looks at this new police chief or police character here. He says, "Us cops, we gotta protect each other." And I think Rockstar intentionally put this character on the left side of the screen here. We don't know who this character is on the very left here. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna predict that this is Jason. It could be, maybe. Like, this shirt does look similar to the shirt that he's wearing in the previous scene, but it's really hard to tell. I'm not sold on the Jason being a cop thing yet. Yeah. This shot shows...
And it's the same, it's the reason, because, bro, he just committed... You going to jail. You just like... But you never know, you know what I'm saying? You never...
Jason, of course, shooting out of a moving car. But this is actually a massive improvement over GTA 5. If you remember in GTA 5, when you would shoot out of a car, your character would just stick his arm out the window. In GTA 6, your character is going to stick pretty much their whole body out the window. And you're going to get more of a third person over the shoulder look when you shoot out of a car this time. We get our first look at this character in trailer 2. I believe she was in trailer 1, the girls standing on top of the car. This character's name is Bay Lux. And Rockstar actually gave us a bit of info on her. So she's part of an influencer duo named Real Dimes. Bay Lux and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold, hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. So they're influencers, rappers, and again, we saw that in trailer 1 when they were on top of the car. Also in the background, we get another look at the Vice City Metro. Again, just confirming we can use this to travel around the map if we want. Here we get our first look at Port Gellhorn, outside of a motel named the Starlight Motel. Port Gellhorn is going to be based on the left side of the map, and we can see yet another new haircut on Jason. Here we can see Lucia actually fighting some guy, which is cool. So not only are we going to get gyms in GTA 6, it also looks like fighting is going to be returning, and there's going to be fight clubs. We then cut to a police chase with Lucia shooting a grenade launcher out the back. The explosion looks absolutely awesome, but we also get a look at 3 police cars. We've got a police riot van on the left, we've got a police buffalo in the middle, as well as what looks like a new car in GTA 6, but the real-life equivalent of this is a Ford Explorer. We then see Jason and Drake Kwan reacting to something on his phone. We can see a bunch of pedestrians in the background here as well, doing some cardio or yoga on the left. We see a dog on the right. This looks like a new type of dog in GTA. As for where this is exactly, it looks like it takes place in the main Vice City section of the map, kinda close to the basketball stadium.
Have you heard of Dix.com?
Have I heard of?
I heard you need to get the hell off my goddamn shit, man. I'm trying to watch GTA.
As we can see the Ferris wheel on the left side here.
Nigga.
And one of the shots Rockstar gave us in the newswire actually gives us perspective as to where
And
this
then they
is.
said
Now,
we'll be able to
Draquan
go up in all these
himself
buildings
is
like
wearing a
70% more.
Manatees shirt, which looks like it's gonna be the Vice City football team. And he's wearing a basketball hat from the screenshot that Rockstar gave us in the newswire. This is gonna be the Vice City Narcos, the basketball team. Here we've got a Fast and Furious 6 inspired scene maybe. We see Lucia getting absolutely body slammed out the side of a plane. You can see the plane's relatively close to the ground here. The wheels are still down as well. So this plane just took off by the looks of it. And this woman is absolutely...
Bro, this bitch, Jack, bro, you can see, like, if you, like, y'all don't pay attention like that, like, you know what I'm saying? I look at stuff like that, the sink, you know what I'm saying? You can see, like, if you see lawns in somebody and they not like regular lawns, that bitch, right? Fuck, man. Like, just look at the shoulders, but you gonna get your house
absolutely jacked as well. So lots of different body types going to be available in GTA 6. Speaking of Fast and Furious, we have a Fast 5 inspired heist scene here, where one of our characters seems to be pulling a safe along behind them. I can already tell this is going to be a super fun mission. Having a heist like this has actually been rumored for, I want to say, 4 years now. So either someone knew about this heist years ago and leaked it, or they just got completely lucky with their guess. Here we see some sort of influencer saying, "Save Vice City, baby." Jason and Lucia don't look too impressed with this kid. But again, just confirming that social media is going to play a pretty big role in the game. This scene shows us more of the Vice Beach side of the city, and we see a bunch of cars, which we'll get into in a second. But again, it's cool just to see what all of the different NPCs are doing around the map. We've got this group posing for photos. We've got people hanging out the side of a car while another lady films them. There's going to be a lot going on all the time. As for the cars, at the front here, we've got a new variant of the Benefactor Shafter. And have a look at the rims on this one. That is absolutely crazy. We've got a new Pagasi, or Lamborghini, in the green here as well. We've got the classic blue with the white striped Banshee that we see in a bunch of GTA games. Behind that, we can see what looks to be some sort of Growler or Porsche. Kinda hard to tell exactly what car this is. And then we've got a new variant of the Imponte Phoenix behind that one. This hotel is called the Clevelander in real life, but in GTA 6. This is the Ocean View Hotel. We saw this in trailer 1, and now we get a much closer look. Got a lot of ladies dancing, both up top and down bottom. So the nightlife on Vice Beach is going to be absolutely popping. Here we get another look inside one of the strip clubs, because there's going to be more than one, Rockstar confirmed in the newswire, but again, we'll go over that in the next video. But this is a look inside one of the clubs called Jack of Hearts. This is the club that we saw in trailer 1, if you were wondering. And then we get confirmation that Ammunition is returning. This time it's going to be called Phil's Ammunition, or at least one of the shops is going to be called Phil's Ammunition. There's a few other things we can see in this shot. Of course, most noticeably, we got the birds outside.
Look at the guns, man. You got an older style, more, you know what I'm saying? Out there, put that in Saudi. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Olympia with you. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the look. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think this is a shotgun, or do they got all the shotguns on the side? You know what I'm saying? AK, I don't know what gun it is. It's black as hell, so I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
But if you look to the left of the TV, we've got what looks to be some sort of parody of the PlayStation 5. You can also see the controller on the table here. But for anyone who's excited about the graphics, the reflections on this photo frame on the left side of the screen here are looking very nice. And if you actually have a look at the beer that's on the table, you can see the bubbles coming up from the beer in the bottle. Jason's fallen asleep watching the TV. He's passed out. And Lucia looks to be coming home from some community service. Here we get our first look at the Everglades in trailer 2, which we have confirmation from Rockstar. This area is going to be called the Grass Rivers. Jason is flying this buzzard here, so the buzzard helicopter is returning, this time with a mounted machine gun on the side, as Jason's chasing down someone in an airboat. Here we see some NPCs driving around in a sea shark, as well as a bunch of people hanging around this yacht in the background. So there's going to be a bunch of NPCs not just on the streets and in and around Vice City, but also out in the water, having pool parties and just having a good time. Here we see Jason driving a motorbike on his way to a car robbery. He's going to steal a car out of the back of one of these trucks.
Hopefully driving in this game a little bit like Ford. I like Ford driving. If you're going too fast,
we get another little romance scene here with Jason and Lucia again, but this time they're in a different location. They're in a motel, most likely the Starlet Motel in Port Gellhorn that we saw Jason at before. Then we move on to a shot of Jason and Lucia fighting off the Vicedale police in a boat. It looks like this could be a new boat, or this could be the Lampadati boat from GTA 5. Kind of hard to tell at this point. We fast forward to another robbery with Jason and Lucia, and Jason is doing his best Jimmy impression from GTA 5, where Jimmy falls off the boat into Michael's car. This time it's Jason. Only 2 more scenes to go. We've got Cal asking Jason, most likely, if you've got friends, hook me up. Cal, most likely gonna be single. Hopefully Cal finds someone throughout the story. He seems like a funny guy. And for our final shot, we have Jason and Lucia driving across a bridge into Vice City with what looks to be the same car that we saw at the end of trailer 1. So it looks like they start in the Leonida Keys, move on to Port Gellhorn, maybe Ambrosia, and then into Vice City. Grand Theft Auto 6 pops up at the end with the new release date, May 26, 2026. A few things here as well, again, just confirming it's not coming to PC on release. But Rockstar also confirmed that all of this was captured on PS5, which is really sick to see. So this is genuinely what we can expect the game to look like. And that is absolutely everything you missed in GTA 6 Trailer 2. That was a long breakdown, a lot longer than Trailer 1. We saw a ton of stuff. Is there anything else I missed? If there was, let me know in the comments down.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. That game gonna be good, man. I'll pay the price for that game. You know what I'm saying? Online, hopefully, it don't come out on the day of. I say give us some weeks. You know what I'm saying? A month and a half, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We gonna finish the game by then. The real people that's gonna play it and enjoy it, they're gonna be done with this shit soon. Like, it ain't gonna be quick, but it ain't gonna be that long. You know what I'm saying? But I'm fucking with it. I can't like Sky like shit, bro. Ooh-wee. Hey, ready, man. Scarlight share. Join Discord. Brand new.